you can use having and then the past participle of a verb to indicate that something was completed in the past. Having lived in New York for several years, there's a comma there, I can tell you it's a good place to raise kids. Instead of saying this, I could just say, I just use the past tense. I lived in New York for several years, but then this would be a period, and then there would be the next sentence. So if you want a very long sentence, then start with having, and then the past participle, and at the end of this phrase, there's a comma. Not all verbs are going to be used with having. Here are some verbs that typically are used with having, and these are in the form of a past participle. Having been, having had, having gone, having seen, having read, having lived, having eaten, and of course there are many others. Having read the report, comma, I can see a few areas for improvement. Or you can make this negative and put not first. Not having read the report with a negative word going before having. Use not before having. Not having read the report, comma, I can't give you any suggestions. It's easy to make these sentences negative by putting not first. This is the same thing as saying, I didn't read the report. And then that would be a period here. I didn't read the report, period. I can't give you any suggestions. But if you want a longer sentence, then put not here in front of having, not having read the report, comma, I can't give you any suggestions. English is a difficult language to learn. Having said that, and there's a comma here, a dedicated student can learn English over time. Notice that there's a contrast between the two sentences. First, English is a difficult language to learn, and then this introduces the contrast or the difference. A dedicated student can learn English over time. This would be a long time. English is a difficult language to learn. You can't learn it in a manner that's fast and easy. When a person is unhappy with something he or she did in the past, you'll hear this kind of a statement. I regret having said that. So here's the word hearing. Here's the word having. This is the past participle. You can replace this with other verbs. I regret having done that. When a person talks about his or her past action, especially if the action is bad or negative, then this word is used, admit, and then you use to, and then the gerund. Here's the past participle. He admits to having done it. He admits to having taken it. He admits to having eaten it. It depends on the activity, but this kind of a sentence is often formed when a person confesses. when a person apologizes and says, I'm sorry, this can be followed by the preposition for, and then having, and then the past participle. I'm sorry for having done that. I'm sorry for having forgotten that. I'm sorry for having forgotten to do that. To talk about something that was not done, the sentence would look like this. He regrets not having done that. So after regret, then use not, then having, and then the past participle. Or he regrets not having completed, and then whatever the program is or the school. He regrets not having completed college. He regrets not having completed medical school. He regrets not having completed his training.